Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Wednesday, June 18th, 2025 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is, I do my best to walk my talk. And we've got an interesting day today. We've still got yachtiness happening. And as I was looking at the chart, I was like, how interesting that we have Yods focusing on two of the more explosive planets, Mars and Pluto. But I feel like the yachting is like, okay, this is how we're gonna temper the energies. My cards just all went flying off. This is how we're gonna temper these energies. But beyond that, we have another square between the energies of Cancer and Aries. So today we have Jupiter reaching its square with Neptune in Aries. And joining Neptune in Aries will be the moon. We have the moon shifting out of Pisces today, moving into Aries, and the moon will be joining with Neptune right before that square. And so the moon is an interesting planet because it can definitely ignite emotional energies. But it also can reveal hidden things. And Neptune can be sneaky. Neptune can be illusion. Neptune can hide things. And that's really one of the messages that was coming through is, I know we have a lot going on in the world and people have a lot of rumblings about what everything means right now. And I feel like there's multi-layers to this. Like I always mention, the universe, God, Spirit, universe has a plan. There is a plan unfolding. And whether those in power are working with the plan or not, the universe always has ways to work its plan in. And that's something that gives me comfort. But the other thing that I was feeling, hello, Jupiter and Cancer. The other thing that I was feeling is that the government, maybe not we, the government can act like, oh, this is so sudden. Who knew that this would happen? I can't believe this is happening. I must react. And to me, so much of what's happened over the many last few years feels very planned and not at all sudden. And there may be some of that uncovered. I would say moon conjunct Neptune, conjunct Saturn, because really Saturn's there, in Aries, squaring Jupiter, is secrets revealed. But even if it's not revealed on the world stage, Jupiter in Cancer, listen to what your gut is telling you about what's unfolding in and through these energies. So, my cards just keep all like flying down and off. It's just left me with one Cat Chaos card, which is probably a reason. So that's very interesting. But yeah, that square today is really potent. So we have the moon moving into Aries at 4:08 p.m. Yes, there are things that are going to be happening before, but this is like the meat and potatoes of the day. I don't actually like to call it the meat and potatoes. This is the main entree, there we go, of the astro today. So moon moving into Aries, its first connection is with Saturn in Aries. And again, the moon might be uncovering things, but Saturn's such an interesting player. This is the card that's left, the Time Master, which that's Saturn. Saturn rules time energy. Like looking, is there a sign of Saturn on here? I just see an infinity symbol and a moon, interestingly enough. The Time Master. This feels like an activation. The moon connecting with Saturn. But again, things may be revealed. Saturn is ultimately working for and with our souls. Even if it feels like Saturn can push the societal energies, truly my belief is that Saturn is working with our divine blueprint, with our divine purpose energy. And so the moon might be pushing some of those layers to the surface. But again, this is not just happening here in our individual lives. This is happening in the world stage as well. Then the moon goes on to square Jupiter, moon square Jupiter. Oof, feels spicy. It feels very spicy in that energy. The moon in Aries is spicy. It's reactive. It's emotionally reactive. And Jupiter in Cancer holds deep feelings. And there's, beyond everything that's happening, there's so much feeling around what's happening. My dominant feelings that I always go to, I'm like, really, we've evolved this far to not have evolved this far, that we're killing each other to win? That it blows my mind that we're still here, right? And it feels lots of grief, right? When I feel into that. And I know this has been happening, but wow, it feels like it's ramping up, right? So it's like just heaviness. And so you may feel reactive from the heaviness or whatever is feeling in you, which there's also many fear layers happening in and through this. So right after that, the moon and Neptune are conjunct, which again, revealing hidden stuff, revealing some of these illusions. But there are going to be those who are going to be trying to run with the illusion. And then we have that Jupiter-Neptune square. And this is saying, like, even if the illusion is playing out there, there's a part of you that knows. And there's a part of your soul that recognizes this is why you're here. And part of what you're here to work through, work with, in and through these energies. And then the moon winds up the night by connecting into Pluto, because why not? So that's a lot. This moon is also engaging with the Mars Yod. And the Mars Yod in Virgo is reminding us, walk, focus, think with integrity. Be impeccable with how you are utilizing your energies in this. And that's going to help. And recognize, I truly believe we are all healers. We all hold healing gifts for the other. And part of Mars in Virgo is seeing where we can utilize that, especially as stuff is being revealed and coming up. Pluto in this energy is reminding us one of the power moves we have is being able to feel our way through things, but then recognize the vibrational energy of things and hold, maintain, shift the vibrational energies of things. And that, I think, is also part of the Yod focusing on Pluto, is reminding you, you have that ability. Yeah, feel what you have to feel, but align your actions with the energy of healing, the energy of healed, the energy of wellness. And that will be really helpful. So let's look at before moon moves into Aries. We start the day, actually this isn't starting, this is kind of midday. We start the day kind of quiet. We then have the sun, moon squaring each other. So sun in Gemini, moon in Pisces. This actually feels like it very much fits in because, again, like I said, I do believe that there's a plan unfolding. The divine knows this all, right? Like, this is known, this is seen. But we who are experiencing it firsthand in the moment, that Gemini might be like, what you thinking, universe? What you thinking? This is a little bit crazy. We may not be able to trust it. And the universe is like, can you trust this unfolding? And like, I have to say, many parts of my insides are screaming, no, I don't trust it, because it's not that I don't trust it. I don't like it. It doesn't fit my narrative. So, there is that, which hold space for that. I think that's a big part, my inner child who's like, I did not sign up for this. I signed up for sunshine and rainbows. The universe is like, no, you came for this too. It's okay. All the Scorpio and you can handle it. We also have the moon in Pisces connecting to Uranus. Uranus now at 29 degrees Taurus. Also just amplifying these energies. But isn't it interesting that Mars shifted out of the 29 before Uranus hit that? Because the universe is like, not ready for that. We're not ready for that. So That is some ultimate lazy cat energy too, though, which is a call to go within. And I feel like so much of this energy, even though the Aries may want to show up and act and retaliate and all of that, the universe is like, connect within. Listen within. The Time Master is saying, this is all happening in plan. Can I see my cards? I also have the Wheel of Fortune in my Cat Chaos cards that landed on the ground. So there's a Wheel of Fortune energy, right? We go up, we go down, we're always in play. Let's see what we have here. Top of the cards, speaking of Mars and Virgo, healing, holding space for the healing that comes. I do have this card. I was like, do I have this card today? Turning in, taking that time to go within, meditate, settle your nervous system, settle any of those parts that are screaming at you. And how do you settle them? You listen to them. You don't push them under, ignore them. You listen, because it's valid what those parts are saying. And if it feels like a wound, tend to it. Don't just let yourself bleed out. Show up for yourself. That being said, we've got morality in reverse. And again, this might be what we feel like we're experiencing in the world and have been for a while. You can't shouldy the world as much as we want to. All we can do is follow and honor our own personal code. And again, know that it makes a difference. We've got going with the flow, finding your flow in and through these energies. Again, it's a lot. Take time to like melt into, that's the feeling, melt into your own energy field, because this is just one layer. Because what comes next is the sun moving into Cancer, and it's going to replay these energies in these squares. And although Jupiter is big, the sun takes an even bigger energy to it all. We end up with possibilities. And this is a beautiful reminder, too, from your friendly Sagittarius, from Lilith hanging out in Sagittarius. Remember the spirit of possibilities. Nothing is inevitable, even if it feels inevitable. Hold space for the possibilities. Hope has healing layers to it. And hope can remind us to co-create the unfolding. One of the cards, it's so cute. It has a person balancing on a stone, and it basically says, if you see a stone in your path, like, step on it and balance on it for a moment, and then continue on your way. And I think that that's kind of like the energy of obstacles and the energy of all of this. Like, stop, look at it, pay your attention, and then keep moving in your personal alignment, in your personal wellness, walking your talk, doing your best, basically. I'm going to leave it there for today. So, you can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. And the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and I'm looking at my light as it's fading. May your guiding light be strong, and know that you can trust the process. Namaste.